Hey everybody. So I had this amazing insight. I was working out doing squats, and at the bottom of my squat I had this light bulb moment. It was a beautiful thing. And what it was when you're not trusting the universe, you're really not trusting yourself. And for the longest time I was in that place, and I still frequently visit. Well, I just want to let go. Why can't I let go and just allow the desire to come? Why can't I just let go and trust that the universe has my back? That everything is just going to work out without me trying to figure it out? Can I just be? And when we're thinking in terms like that, it seems hella scary, right? It feels like this big ass thing outside of you, and you're almost like hoping for a blessing. And the thing is, it's really about you. When you have trouble trusting, when you feel like you have a fear of things not working out, or in your worst case scenarios, you're really not trusting yourself. You're not trusting your level of authenticity. Because your authenticity is just your level of alignment with who you really are. The same thing. And when it comes to manifesting, it's all about alignment. And it's about vibration, or the frequency you're putting out. So when you're feeling out of alignment, you're not trusting the vibes you're putting out. Therefore, you're not putting out a frequency that matches what you want. Because you're not being fully authentic. So instead of asking, how can I trust the universe? How can you bring that control within you? Because you control your outer reality the same way as you control your body. If you want to pick something up, you grab it. You can literally control your reality the same way. But you have to know what the work is. You have to know what the process is. And that is being real. That is being authentic. And having your reality reflect back to you authentically. Because if you're being something you're not, you're going to get back things that are unaligned. And the more you just trust, meaning you line up with who you are, you feel your energy, you feel what it's like just to be, which is why meditation is so key. It's like your warm-up or practice session for being out in the outer world, the outer world. I say that lightly. We'll go into that in another video though. Because your outer world is really just your inner reality pushed out. That's it. It's a reflection. But in meditation, when you truly feel your energy and just practice being the observer, feeling who you truly are behind the thoughts, and you learn how to just get into that flow state of not thinking, but just feeling and being, just following the impulses, just like when you have to go to the bathroom. Same thing. You're getting impulses all day long, but if you're not trusting and you're not open to them, you're not going to receive most of them, be aware of them, or you're not going to act on them. It's going to be too in your head and be like, how is that going to work? How is getting coffee right now going to help with my financial stats? How is buying something going to get me more money? You overthink it, and then you don't follow the impulses. And when you're too in your head, you're trying to control. That's what creates the anxiety, which is just you trying to control the uncontrollable, or better put, you trying to control things in a way that's harder. When you're trying to effort and try. It's the difference between allowing and efforting. That's what the real difference is. So, understanding the process in this way of when you just relax and feel good being in who you are, which you can get in meditation, you can feel that, you can practice that authenticity muscle, that just being muscle, the observer of the mind muscle. When you can get that down and practice, that's when you can go into the game and have it be second nature. So you're no longer out there trying to figure out how to be the right you. Like if you were one of those people like I was who would immediately clam up as soon as I was with other people, or immediately get out of alignment. Because I would instantly bail. Like it was like my soul left the body. kind of moment. It was just like, like I was too scared and I overthought. And thinking is what gets in your way. So when you can practice just being and following the impulses, not thinking and just letting loose, being in flow, that's when you're allowing things to happen. When what matters most is your truth, you feeling in alignment, you being happy, you creating your life and being who you want to be, not comparing yourself with other people's standards, not comparing yourself with other people's desires or what you think you need to have to be in a specific category, rich, successful. Those are all relative. So if you're trying to figure out how to trust, you got to start by figuring out what you feels like. Connecting to you and trusting yourself, aka your spirit. Like the other day, I was just like, I felt myself clamming up. What if today I just let my spirit take control? That essence part of me. So I sat in meditation, just feeling my energy, connecting to my spirit, and just followed my impulses. Whenever I felt myself thinking, I just relaxed into my breath and went into my body. And then whatever excited me or interested me, I just did it. I said it. And for the first time ever, I don't dance with anybody, but with my stepson in the car, I was picking him up, and we were heading on the way back home, and I started like fucking twerking in the front seat, and we were playing this EDM music, and I was going crazy. For the first time, I've never done that with anybody, but I just did it with him. At first it surprised me, like, where did that come from? But I just went with it because it was fun. And that's how you can do it. You can literally go into autopilot with your spirit, where you go into this place of flow and not thinking and just following and doing what's coming natural to you. Because you have your built-in blueprint built into your DNA of who you're meant to be. The problem is we have all these filters we've developed through our mind from past experiences, past trauma, that blocks us from being who we really are. That makes us clam up instead of just being, just channeling who we really are through us without thinking. It's that easy as channeling, just being. Like I said, that's why meditation is so important. Like so many people are like, oh, I hate meditation. I can't just sit there and do nothing. But it's so much more than that. It's literally just being with yourself, getting into the body and just feeling your energy. Feeling in that place of just being. So not trying to force yourself not to think, but literally just letting your thoughts come, absorbing them, absorbing your breath, enjoying the feeling of your energy. You can just even repeat to yourself, I love you, over and over again. You can listen to music. You can do whatever you want as long as you're getting in the body and just being for 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. So when you go out into your world, you're tuned in. Like lately, all I've been doing is sitting down right when I wake up. I say max 10 minutes, but 5 minutes is enough. And I just sit down and I breathe. And I literally see myself as just lining up with my spirit, with my most authentic self. Like I'm downloading, connecting. And I just breathe. I tell myself I love myself. I do whatever comes to me. I follow the impulses in the same way I do out in the world. And the more you can be in the body, the more you can be out of your head, out of fear, and allowing, the more you'll get those impulses. And they'll feel exactly how any impulse feels. If you're hungry, your stomach grumbles, you eat. When you have to go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom. They feel the same way. But oftentimes, we're just not aware of them. I can't tell you how many times I just didn't think about something and I did it without even without even thinking about it. And it led me to right where I wanted to be. Or it got me that client. It really can be that easy. But you have to understand what the work is. And that is letting go. That is trusting your inner guidance. Because who you are is ingrained in you. And the less you have to think about these things, meaning the less you have to effort in just being yourself, the less you have to effort into being abundant or making things work in your 3D world, meaning, finances, your house, everything else, all the moving parts. The more you can just trust in the same way you trust that your heart pumps, your lungs work, your hormones are going. You don't think about it. You get to that next level where your reality is the same way. The universe just supports you. And then you can focus on next level stuff, those higher consciousness stuff, transmuting energy, healing, resting, all the stuff that we're really meant to be doing while we're going through the human experience. But that's going to be a different day. I just wanted to get that out there to help you understand. So if you're having trouble letting go and it's being, I'm so worried about the worst case scenarios, focus on just being authentic. Focus on going within, just feeling your energy, truly asking yourself the questions of what do I want? What feels good to me in this moment? And following your excitement. But the key is being present, being in the body. And if you just start with that, you'll start to tune into your authenticity. And the more you just trust letting go. And at first, I've had those moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not worried about anything. I'm not trying to control anything. And I freaked out from that. It was almost like when you were like falling asleep and you jerk awake. It felt like that. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have to. And that's a beautiful feeling. But it's going to feel weird at first, especially for overthinkers and if you have a lot of anxiety. Because that's just your normal. But you can create a new normal this way. So it's not about trusting the universe. If it feels better to you to say trust the universe, cool. But for me, it feels better to trust myself, to co-create with the universe, meaning trusting myself and that how authentic I'm being, trusting myself to be in a state of at least ease and relief as a baseline, and allowing, just letting go and being, not caring so much about what other people think, but just focusing on me. Another technique that I give a lot of people is imagining a big bubble around you. That's your reality. And the walls are a mirror reflecting back everything you're being. So when someone mistreats you, ask yourself, okay, how did I create that? How am I mistreating myself? How did that make me feel? What must I believe? Or better yet, just allow it to run through you. And that's why meditation is another great component, because you practice allowing the thoughts to move through you. You practice allowing the feelings to move through you. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can check out my fear clearing meditation on here as well. But it's a lot easier than you think. It's not as complicated as we make it. We really make it complicated by not being ourselves, trying to overcome things. When really, it's about letting things match who we really are. Because we have a natural frequency that's us. And everything we need is in it. Everything we desire is in it. Our only job is to line up with it. Allow it. Allow yourself to be who you truly are. That is the key. Stop holding back. Be the same person as when you're dancing butt naked in your house with everybody. And it's not an overnight thing. Baby steps. Drop a few of those filters every day. Be a little bit more out there and do those things that your mind's telling you not to. Follow that inner voice, that quieter voice, and watch what happens. So if you have questions and you want to comment, I love to hear from you. You can also catch me on Instagram. You can DM me there if you're interested in talking more, if you want a gift call. That's the word. But I love you. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.